Good morning, Willard Wildcats. Happy May 13th. Today is Wednesday, and we have a birthday to celebrate. Happy birthday to Jayla C. We hope you have a wonderful birthday today. Today, as I was thinking about which book to pick for you, I was thinking about our IB attitudes and our learner profile. And some of the things that we talk about so much every day, day in and day out, is about being curious and being an inquirer. So being curious means to wonder, to think, to ask questions, as does being an inquirer. It means to really ask a specific question about something, to have ideas and wanting to know more about things in your world. Those two pieces are intertwined, being a curious inquirer. So there's so many things around the world right now and in your space that I'm sure you're very curious about. So I thought I would bring a book to you that is all about that. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the Magic School Bus. This is one of my favorite Magic School Buses. It's at the Waterworks, and this is written by Joanna Cole and Bruce Deegan. So let's see what happens on their adventure with Miss Frizzle. The Magic School Bus. If you could take a trip anywhere to learn about anything that you were wondering about, I wonder where it would be. Be sure to share that in your space today. Our class really has bad luck. This year we got Miss Frizzle, the strangest teacher in the school. Do you think strange is going to be bad in this case? Let's see. We don't mind Miss Frizzle's strange dresses or her strange shoes. It's the way she acts that really gets us. Miss Frizzle makes us grow green mold on old pieces of bread. She makes us build clay models of garbage trucks, draw diagrams of plants and animals, and read 5 science books a week. Here's what the little captions say. How Mold Grows by Amanda Jane and Arnold. And look, there's mold in a petri dish. And it says, grr, grr, grr. Listen, Arnold, it's learning to talk about the mold. Does that mean we get an A? Down, Liz, and she's talking to the lizard. And look, there's a diagram of a plant with a happy face on it and all of the parts labeled, including the roots. Seems kind of like an interesting place to me. Do you think that? Remember, the trip to the Waterworks is tomorrow. And look, there's kids in the hallway and they're going to the zoo and to the circus. Other classes go on trips to the zoo or even the circus. Guess where we went on our class trip? To the Waterworks. Boring, typical. I don't think there are 10 interesting facts about water. Maybe 4.5. And to get ready for the trip, Miss Frizzle made us spend a whole month in the library. We had to find out exactly how our city gets its water, down to the last drop. We also had to collect 10 interesting facts about water. Water fact number 1 by Wanda. About 2/3 of your body is made of water. Water fact number 2 by Tim. Water is the only substance that is found in the form of a liquid, a solid, and a gas in nature. Liquid, water, solid, gas, evaporating. Oh no, not the octopus dress. Do you see Miss Frizzle? She's in her octopus dress. In the parking lot, the old school bus was waiting. To our surprise, there was no bus driver. Instead, the Frizz herself was behind the wheel. See that? At the end of the block, the bus went into a dark tunnel. When it came out, something amazing had happened. The bus looked a lot different. We looked a lot different too. Everyone was wearing a scuba diving outfit, even Miss Frizzle. And there's one student on the bus who says, I want my mommy. So what do you think they're going to do? Shrink and go into the Waterworks? Probably. So I want you to think about, where would you like to go if you could? Water fact number 3 by Shirley. There was water in the air you were breathing. You just can't see it because it's in the form of an invisible gas called water vapor. When water evaporates, it changes from a liquid to a gas and rises in the air. And the little birdie says, I didn't know that. Miss Frizzle was the only one who didn't seem to notice the change. She just drove in the middle of a bridge and the bus started to rise. We're going up. As you know, let's go back here. We're going to rise into the air. It went straight up into a cloud. And the captions say, Arnold, are you paying attention? As you know, class, water is always evaporating from lakes, rivers, streams, and oceans. I knew I should have stayed home today. I want my mommy. You already said that. Lots of fun things happening inside the school bus. Then Miss Frizzle did the weirdest thing ever. She told everybody to get out of the bus. The kids didn't want to go, but Frizzy threatened to give extra homework if we didn't. Some kids got stuck in their heads out of the clouds and looked down. There were mountains down there, and the cloud was going higher every minute. One kiddo says, I'll take the homework. It was getting colder too all around us. Drops of water began to form, and as the drops got bigger, we got smaller. Help, we're shrinking. I was already small for my age. Water fact number 4 by Flory. Clouds are water. The higher up you go, the colder the air is. When the water vapor rises, the cold air makes the vapor form droplets, which hang in the air as a mist. This is called a cloud. Before long, each kid was the size of a raindrop. In fact, each kid was in a raindrop. The drops began to fall. Miss Frizzle's class was raining. Stay together, children. Eee! That's a good thing that I brought an umbrella. We fell into a clear mountain stream and began flowing down the mountainside. Ah, relaxing day on the water. Watch out for the rocks, children. Water fact number 5 by Phil. Did you know that all the water on Earth is used over and over? Here's how it happens. Water evaporates from lakes and rivers and oceans and forms clouds in the sky. Then it returns to Earth, again as rain or snow. This process is called the water cycle. In no time, we reached the reservoir that holds water in our city. We were going into the water purification system. The class trip was not so boring after all. So are they thinking this is their opinions and their perception has changed, right? They have a different perspective about this trip. Remember, they wanted to go to the zoo or the circus, but now they're thinking the water system is pretty interesting, right? Evergreen trees keep dust and leaves from blowing into the reservoir. Fence keeps people and animals from dirtying the reservoir. And one of the kiddos says, this is great. What's that? It looks, I don't know what that is. Maybe an egg? I don't know. Let's read the captions up at the top. Inspector makes sure no sewage seeps from nearby houses, and the inspector makes sure no toxic wastes are dumped nearby. We have reached the reservoir, children. Follow me to the water purification system. Are you listening, Arnold? And look, she has a dictionary to help her with all of this. Some water words by Dorothy Ann. A reservoir is a place where water is stored. When you purify water, you clean it. Wow, we're learning a lot, aren't we? The water in the reservoir was pretty dirty. We were covered with dirt and mud. Follow me to the mixing basin, shouted Miss Frizzle. In the mixing basin, a clumping substance called alum was added to the water. The alum formed globs, and all the dirt and mud stuck to the globs. There's the mixing basin, the settling basin. Yuck! Watch out for the globs. Oh, there's the alum going in. And there's an arrow here. It's all clear now. Everyone swim up. On the settling basin, ordered the Frizz. There, the globs sank to the bottom and the clean water flowed off the top. Now we are on our way to the filter. Water fact number 6 by Ralph. Less than 1% of the water on Earth is fresh water that we can drink. The rest is salty water in the oceans or frozen water in the glaciers or the ice caps. I'm wondering if you're curious about something and then you decide to ask questions and be an inquirer, if you could then produce a book that would teach all of us about what you're interested in. This was the sand and gravel filter that takes out impurities still in the water. We were impurities, so we couldn't get through. Luckily, Miss Frizzle showed us a special way around the filter. When the water came out of the filter, it was sparkling clear. We can't get through. We'll be stuck in the waterworks forever. Ouch. Gravel, sand, and there's Miss Frizzle helping people out. Class, these layers of sand and gravel strain out the tiniest bits of dirt left in the water, even most of the disease germs. I would hate to find you in a glass of water. Ditto to you. Still Another Water World by Dorothy Ann. Impurities are dirt, dust, and disease germs. Anything that should not be in a glass of water. In the pipe from the filter to a storage tank, a chemical called chlorine was added to the water. Chlorine kills any remaining disease germs. A trace of fluoride was also added to keep kids from getting so many cavities. The water had come all the way through the purification system. We thought our class trip was over, but Frizzy had other ideas. Everybody into the storage tank, she shouted. So there's fluoride and chlorine being added. There's the storage tank. One kiddo says, "Where's the bus?" "Follow me, class," she says. And here's a water fact by Molly. Clear water is not always clean water. It may still contain disease germs that make you sick. Water fact number 8 by Amanda Jane. The first pipes in North America were made of hollowed out logs. Today's pipes are made of concrete, metal, and even plastic. And here are all of those things on the side. Then we went into the water mains, the pipes that run under the cities. The force of water as it moves through the pipes is called water pressure. Go with the flow, kids. See, she has jokes. A smaller pipe carried us to a building. We went up into the pipes in the walls. Water fact number 9 by Arnold. Water pressure is usually so strong you can't keep water from coming out of an open faucet with your finger, no matter how hard you press. When a 7th grader turned on a faucet in the girls' bathroom, we came splashing out. The building was our school. We were back. We were regular size again. We were dressed in normal clothes again, except Miss Frizzle, of course. And this little girl says, "Eek! Save water. Turn off faucets when not using. Put a water-saving device on a shower head. Limit water flush by putting a full bottle of water in the toilet tank. Fix leaks right away. Line up, class," she says. Water fact number 10 by John. For every gallon used, the average city loses more than 2 cups of water through leaks. 1 gallon, 1 cup, 1 cup. Back in the classroom, Miss Frizzle acted as if nothing strange had happened. She started feeding the class lizard, and she put us to work right away. We had to make a chart showing how water goes to the homes and buildings in our city. And she says, "Down, girl," to the lizard. When Arnold drew a picture of a kid inside a raindrop, Miss Frizzle said, "Where did you get these crazy ideas, Arnold?" Where did he get those ideas? Here is how our water chart turned out. 1, water evaporates from lakes, rivers, and oceans. 2, clouds of water vapor form in the sky. 3, rainwater falls to earth. Some falls into streams. 4, some streams run into cities' reservoir. 5, in a mixing basin, dirt and mud stick to alum clumps. 6, in settling basin, clumps of alum and dirt sink to the bottom. 7, sand and gravel filter takes out last impurities. 8, in pipe to storage tank, fluoride is added for strong teeth. Chlorine is added to kill every last disease germ. 9, pure water is held in a storage tank. 10, water mains carry water under city streets. 11, to our homes and buildings. And then there's the storage tank. Oh, there's a reservoir, the mixing basin, the settling basin, the sand and gravel filter, the fluoride, the chlorine, and the water mains. Sometimes those pictorials are really helpful to remember things that you're trying to remember. Later that day, we saw the old bus in the school parking lot. How did that get there? Did we only imagine going through the water supply system? Would we ever find out what really happened? The last time I saw that bus, it was in a cloud, I think. Miss Frizzle says we'll be studying volcanoes next. This makes us all feel a little nervous. After all, with a teacher like Miss Frizzle, anything can happen. So she says, the last time I saw that bus, it was in a cloud, I think. And then she says, there aren't any volcanoes around here, are there? And that was the end. So I'm curious about what you're curious about. I'm wondering what you're thinking about and what ideas you have. And if you have something you would like to share with me, you can share with your teacher or share with your parent, and they can share it with me. I would like you to think about the importance of asking questions and wondering about your world. And remember, it's such an important thing to do. Wildcats, remember, we are safe, respectful, and responsible. And this month, in order to stay safe, we're staying at home. I'll see you tomorrow on Thursday. Have a wonderful day.